Okay, on this video we're going to teach you how to replace disconnected backs. First thing first, we're going to show you something, Alex. Okay, let's pretend that this wire, some of the disconnected backs, all four wire coming from inside house, from the inside. Okay, so if this wire coming together like four wires right here, what can you do is before you turn it off, you check for 240 volt, which is normally the one in the middle in this case. On the newer backs, this is going to be on the corners. So you check the one is got the 240 volt, and then you put a mark to the one is 240 volt. Okay. After you have put a mark in there, and then you know which one's going to the compressor and which one's coming from the main breaker backs, and you plug it in the same way on the back, on the new backs. So right now he just removed the wires. I'm going to move it back a little bit. Right there. I'm going to leave it up right there, that way you guys see it. We're going to reuse the width because this one is very long. I think it's about 7 foot long width. And the wire, the one they have, is it's a better wire. It's a real copper wire. The width for the regular condenser, they are very thin copper wire. This one is the real copper. So we're going to leave the same one because it's better than the new one. Better wiring. So see, that way you started removing the little washer, pull the wire out. Remember, before you do this one, you have to flip it off the breaker from the main breaker backs. You put it back the washer into the old wire, that way you don't lose it, and then you unwrap the new backs and start making the holes. Okay, you have to be careful on that one because if you make it the holes on the wrong place, and then you have to either patch the other one, tape it or something, but it's not going to hurt anything, but just like it's not going to looking good. That's all. So on this one, we got to make one hole on the bottom and another one on the top, because this one have a breaker on there. It's a 50 amp breaker. Okay, it's gonna measurement, and then we're gonna make a decision where that hole is gonna be. See?
Lo voy a hacer aquí.
Yeah. Just hit it with the hammer on the notches, and then you see it got like 3 different rings in there. So you got to break one first, and then the second one, the little one, like that. See, slowly. Then you just move it back and forth until it breaks. When on these little boxes, the one we got it. The reason I like this one is because we can set our own breaker, whatever size that unit require. We can go either a little smaller or keep it the same. On this one, if you cut a hole, espérame, Alex. If you have these box like this, okay. So the next hole, on this bottom hole, I don't know if you can see it because it's kind of close. See, he got this hole right there. On the bottom, he got to do it on this side because it's make it easy to run the wire. Because if you come in out with the wire and then you come another one wire right there, that's going to be hard to wire in the unit. So you cut the hole right there on that side, and then you cut the other one opposite side. That way wires come out, and then you got this one going to the breaker. See, it's more easy instead of being coming out and then another one coming out right there. It's going to be hard. So he's going to do this one. Ok, ponlo para atrás.
Era el otro lado.
Sí.
Yo se hubiera puesto puro gas.
We want to drill new holes because the box is not the same. But we got to do that. Keep a little straight. And then ¿estás derecho así? That is right there. It's easy. I used to use a hammer drill from the same brand, DeWalt brand, the little bitty one. But it's a lot of work to do it. With this one, you see how quickly it is. It just goes right into like, see, like this one right here. This one is the best to drill holes. Like a regular drill, it take it probably like 1 minute to drill one hole, and it's really hard. You have to push it really hard. With this one, you don't have to do much. Just hold it and go to. We normally, some other people, they use a plastic washer like this. Let me see if I can get close to it. That way you can see it. See the little plastic right there? That's what normally do it. We don't do it that way. We put a copper wire because on this plastic is very easy to over threading the screws because it's plastic and doesn't get that tight, you know, really good tight only on disconnect the box. So we use the copper line and we copper thermostat wire, as you see it right here, and then we cut it, and then we use a 2-inch screws. So this box is really tight in there. Sometimes it's so tight that when we're trying to turn it, you know, screw onto the box, the screws is break. So that's why I like to use that one, because it's get it really hard. I mean, you're gonna have that box in there really tight. It's not gonna be like, you know, plastic. It can break. You know, anybody can push or pull it. It can break pretty much, but not on this kind of stuff. I've been used those for maybe about 10 years. We not use plastic. We use 2-inch screws. I don't know if you can see it. No, it's too close. A ver, le enséñalos allá. Está muy cerrado aquí. Nomás ponlo cerquita de la caja. Ponlo cerca de la caja ya. Aquí lo veo fácil. Lo tengo muy cerca. No, todavía no se ve ahí arribita. Ahí está. Sí, baja poquito para acá. Ahí. See, that's the screws that we use. We not use the little screws. We use the 2-inch screws, and it's getting really tight. Okay, mijo, ya. So we're going to continue connecting. Remember, all these, it doesn't take that much longer. We just do it slowly for now. Métele otro cablecito más.
¿A dónde?
Ahí en ese hoyo que hiciste esa vuelta.
¿Este?
Ajá. En ese no, en el otro.
¿Por qué?
Que pareció que se entró muy fácil. You see how that screw going really hard. It's gonna get hard. I mean, you can break the box and you're not gonna get those screws out of there, because copper it make really, it threaded into a screw, so it make it really hard to get it out, especially when it's concrete. That's the best way to do it. Like I say, on concrete, plastic, I don't like it because I've been having too much trouble, but disconnected backs falling out sometimes, not all the time, but I don't want to take no chances. Since I got the first time, I don't want to do it again. So see, like the wire coming from inside the unit on this particular boxes is going on the outside. See the big screws on the end right there? That's where it's gonna go.
Ahí lo traes.
Yeah, right there. See the black and white wire coming in from the main breaker box is going to the side. On this old one, it was going in the middle. You might see it right here. On this old one, it was going into the middle, right here. But on the new box, is going on the side. See, like I always telling you, when we peel the wire, electrical wire, we don't like to have anything extra, showing wire. Like I say, it doesn't really matter, because you see, like he got the plastic on the wire all the way in, but it's still the screws exposed. So there's a lot of stuff that I don't like it the way they manufacture, but there's nothing we can do right there. And remember, when you tighten those 240 bolt, you have to tighten really, really good. Don't just like barely tighten, because you're gonna be overheating the compressor. You have to tighten much as you can. Don't be afraid about over the tightening, because not on the disconnected backs, it's not gonna happen, because the disconnected backs are it coming to hold a lot of pressure. So push that thing, screw onto really good, because you don't want that thing to falling out or stay a little bit loose. That's gonna get the wire overheating and melt it down. So just keep it, making sure it's tight. kind of slow, and then the copper wire is going to the ground. See the little screws on the bottom of the box? That's where it's going. That's going one, and then when we get the wires coming in from the unit, it's going to go the same way. But on this time, the ones coming from the unit is going to be on the breaker box, breaker.
¿El otro qué? ¿Cómo lo agarrar? Chequea si trae en tu troca.
Okay, on this time, normally the reason we replace the box also it is because like I told you earlier, we can do it any type of breaker that we need it to be. On this time, the inside main breaker box it is a 50, and the unit max is a 50, so we're gonna keep it like that. So we're gonna use the breaker the one is coming with the unit. Remember, if you're replacing the disconnected box, the one is coming with the unit, it doesn't give you a surge protection. Okay, that one it is like just flipping on and off. The other reason that I replaced the old disconnected box is because it's been there, house maybe like 15-20-year-old house, and it's gonna get overheating. I don't want to cause any problem on the new compressor, so I just replaced it.